Wonderful evening to all our dear listeners out there. Thanks for joining us today, Thursday, the 10th of June, 2021. This is Obinwannem News Analysis Hour, where we'll bring you headlines of the day in Nigeria and around the globe. I am Mwakama Onyinyechi. Thanks for joining us. We'll begin with the first headline. Bayelsa government confiscates over 30 cows for violating grazing laws. Bayelsa government confiscates over 30 cows for violating grazing laws. No fewer than 34 cows were seized by the Bayelsa State Livestock Management Committee in Yenagoa, the state capital, for flouting the grazing laws set by the government. Confirmed by the chairman of the committee and Commissioner of Agriculture, David Alagwa, who noted that the cows were impounded on Monday around the Bayelsa Palm area of Yenagua, adding that the herders chose a convenient period of the night to engage in grazing of the cows. We will recall that in March 2021, the state government, Diri, signed into law the Livestock Breeding and Marketing Regulation Bill after passage by the House of Assembly that any person found engaging in open grazing of livestock on foot commits an offense and would be arrested and prosecuted with the livestock impounded. Alogwai maintained that the committee would follow the anti-open grazing law to the latter. He said the impounded cattle would remain in the custody of the committee until the herders paid the prescribed fine. Though he did not attest any information to declare the herders if they were arrested for prosecution as prescribed by the law, he concluded that the law states they impound and there is a fee to be paid by those who go against the law. The second headline for this evening, Ekweremadu blames Northern orders of blackmail over insecurity in Southeast. Ekweremadu blames Northern orders of blackmail over insecurity in Southeast. Former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu has accused Northern elders for playing politics with the deteriorating state of insecurity in the Southeast and putting the blame on Southeast leaders for not speaking out to condemn the uprisings. He narrated that the elders are doing this in order to destroy the opposition in the Southeast ahead of the 2023 general elections. He outlined efforts made by past and present Southeast leaders to restore peace in the region and the country. These included meeting with the presidency as far back 2016. The former Deputy Senate President reacted to the comments made by the Northern Elders Forum, in which they called Igbo leaders to prevail on agitators in the Southeast to sheath their sword in order to avert another war in the country. Meanwhile, Ekweremadu, in a statement made available to reporters in Abuja, stressed that the Southeast leaders had at various times, individually and collectively, stated their positions on the challenges in the region, the concerns and demands of the people. He explained further that the position of the Southeast in Nigeria is encapsulated in the Oka Declaration of 2018, and Ohaneze Ndigbo has also consistently reiterated this. He enumerated the efforts he made to tackle insecurity, noting that when he was a deputy president of the Senate, he led a Southeast Senate caucus headed by Senator Eyinaya to meet Mr. President November the 9th, 2016, to discuss the rising insecurity and growing agitation. However, he was said not to have been given appropriate attention. The next headline, which is the third for this evening: Nigeria's judiciary suspends long-aged strike. Nigeria's judiciary suspends long-aged strike. After a long-time suspension of legal matters and activities in the judiciary sector, engineered by the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSUN, the union has decided to call off the 2-month strike. The union had embarked on a strike April the 6th, 2021, shutting down all courts nationwide, demanding financial autonomy for the judiciary in the state. JUSUN's suspension of strike followed a meeting of its National Execution Council held in Abuja on Wednesday. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Tanko Muhammad, and other stakeholders during the interface lamented that the strike had affected the judiciary in particular and the nation at large, and therefore sought a way to resolve the lingering issue. JUSUN Deputy President Emmanuel Abiri briefed the council on behalf of the executive members of the association, explained that the grounds of the union was that despite the constitution provisions and the judgment delivered since 2015 in favor of JUSUN, the Executive Order 10 of 2020, and the agreement reached between the union and the Nigerian Governor Forum, the governors refused to yield financial autonomy to the state judiciary. Other grievances include non-payment of peculiar allowances for judiciary staff, the attempt by the Kaduna State Governor to place the state judiciary under its civil service, and scheming for a state judicial court. He posited that the Nigerian Governors Forum was only playing politics with the constitution and had also failed to grant the 1-month payment agreed at the end of May as a demonstration of their good faith. Mr. Abiri noted that if the forum would renege in fulfilling its promise at the end of the month of May, there was no guarantee that it would not repeat same in June. He therefore requested that the Accountant General of the Federation be directed to deduct from source the amount meant for the judiciary before the union would call off the strike. To the fourth headline of the evening, which is the final one: IGP begs police officers not to commit suicide, promises welfare packages. IGP begs police officers not to commit suicide, promises welfare packages. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Baba, has told police officers in Lagos State to stay put, assuring them of beneficial package that will sustain them as they carry out their operations. This was disclosed on Wednesday by the IGP while on tour to the Lagos Police Command. The IGP paid a courtesy visit Wednesday morning to the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, before proceeding to the police headquarters. There, he addressed the officers of Lagos Command, urging them to maintain efficiency, discipline, and commitment to duties. The IGP said their welfare is being taken care of like never before. Thus, they should not commit suicide by being unprofessional. Making reference to the destructions of properties and police facilities during and after the EndSARS protest, The IGP called on police commanders to lecture their men on the protection of public and police facilities. He instructed them to be civil in discharging their responsibilities and never allow their stations to be overrun to the extent that they will not be able to handle situations because of cowardice or lack of professionalism. He explained further that they have not got all they need to discharge their duties in terms of welfare, logistics, and equipment. But with their available limited resources, they should do their jobs with more dedication and professionalism. He, however, applauded the government and the police for taking prior notice of the operations. Lagos State Police Commissioner Mr. Hakeem Odumosu, while addressing the IGP, requested the police chief to release 2 helicopters to the command to oversee area patrol and surveillance of the state and southwest region. And we'll wrap it up here for this evening. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate your listening to us. This is Obinwannem News Analysis Hour, where we keep bringing you headlines of the day in Nigeria and all around the globe. The news report was written by Obinwannem news reporter Ijeoma Njoku. I remain your regular host, Nwakama Onyuchi. Thanks for listening.